पादान् सगणलिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नामश्रेष्ठं मनुमपि शचिपत्रमत्र स्वरूपं रूपं तस्याग्रजमुरुपुरीं माधुरीं गोष्ठवाटिं राधाकुण्डं गिरिवरमहो राधिका माधवाशा प्राप्तो यस्य प्रथितकृपया श्रीगुरुं तं नतोऽस्मि। नमस्ते गुरुदेवाय सर्वसिद्धिप्रदायिने सर्वमङ्गलरूपाय सर्वानन्दविदायिने यं प्राव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातराजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवो विनेदुस्तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मणिमानतोऽस्मि। हे दैत हे भुवनैक बंधो हे कृष्ण हे चपल हे करुणैक सिंधो वृंदावनासीन हितावतार प्रसीद राधा प्रणय प्रचार त्रायसो जगन्नाथ गुरो संसार वन्निना दग्धं मां कालदष्टं च तामहं शरणं गताम् राधा सन्मुख संशक्तिं सखी संग निवासिनीं तामहं सततं वन्दे गुरुरूपां परां सखीम् वैराग्ययुं भक्तिरसं प्रयत्न अपायन् मामनभिप्सुबन्धं कृपाम्बुधिर्यः परदुःख दुःखी सनातनं तं प्रभुमाश्रयामि. So first of all, offer my millions of obeisances to lotus feet of Asmati Guru Pad Padma, Mitala Preshtadat Guru Shishimad Bhakti Danta Narayana Goswami Maharaj, and offer obeisances to lotus feet of Trirendi Sannyasi Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Dandi Maharaj, Namnishta Sant Shri Aniruddhas Prabhuji, and all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who are gathered here, please accept my humble obeisances. So today we are discussing Shri page number 287. We are discussing Shri Madhurya Kadambini. So here in Madhurya Kadambini, we'll see that I'll share my screen because many times many offenses they actually hinder our progress, and offenses are very dangerous. So we have discussed that there are 10 offenses against the holy name. Satam ninda namnaha paramaparadam vitanute yatakyadim usate tat vigraham Shivasya Shri Vishnu. So to criticize Vaishnavas, that is the greatest offense. We should never criticize any Vaishnava. Forget about Vaishnava. We should not criticize anyone. परस्वभाव कर्मणि न यह संशयेत या गरहेत स विश्वम एकात्मकम पश्यत प्रकृत्य पुरुषेण च परस्वभाव कर्मणि यह संशति गरहति स आशु भ्रश्यते स्वार्थत असस्व विनिवेशता. So in his Sarartha Darshini commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam 6.2.9 to 10, Shri Vishwanath Thakur states, Sadhu Sangha Vashat Sarva Nama Aparadha Kshetu Bhakti Devi Samyak Prasadena Nama Phala Praptir Eva Nirvivada. This means that hearing Harikatha in the association of sadhus dissipates all types of offenses to Harinam. One then receives the complete mercy of Bhakti Devi and consequently attains prema, which is the result of uttering the holy name. In this matter, there is no room for dispute. One may ask, I have not committed any offense, so why am I not experiencing the results of the holy name? Now, this is a valid question. Like a lot of people say that. I don't remember that I committed any offense, but then why I'm not experiencing any bliss? The answer is that the cause of an effect can be deduced by examining the effect itself. Other than aparad, no impediment can hinder one's attaining the fruit of the all-powerful names of Sri Hari. So there is nothing else. Only aparad. Aparad is the only problem we have, and that's why we are not making any progress. So therefore, if a person does not experience the results of the holy name, he is to understand that he must have committed aparad. This should not be doubted even slightly. So definitely there is an aparad. It is maybe this lifetime offense could be there, or maybe previous lifetime offense could be there, but there is an offense. If there is no taste for chanting the holy name, tadashma saram hridet batidam Yad Griyamane Harinama Dheyene Vikriyeta Teta Vikaro Netre Jalam Gatru Heshu Harsha. If you are chanting the holy names and tears are not coming in the eyes, oh no, for sure, some offense has happened. So Srila Gurudev used to call us for Navadvip Parikrama. He used to tell my friends, come for Navadvip Parikrama. Because Srila Gurudev says that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful. Patra Patra Vicharanam na kurute na swamparam vikshate Heya Devi Marshako Nahinava Kala Pratiksha Prabho Sadyo Yashravaniksha Pranamandhyana Dinam Durlabam Datte Bhaktirasam Seva Bhagavan Gaurah Param qualified or is not qualified, he immediately shows mercy to all the living entities. So Srila Gurudev always used to say, Araditam navanam bhajakaanaste, Araditam navanam braje padure, Aradito dvisutah brajana garaste, Aradito dvisutah natave Krishna. Araditam navanam brajakanaste. If you have worshipped the abode of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Navadvip Dham, then automatically you have worshipped Shri Vrindavan Dham. Araditam Navamanam Brajakanam. Naraditam Navamanam Brajavaturi. Oh, if you have not worshipped the 9 forests of Navadvip, then Vrindavan is very far from you. Araditam Brajasutam Brajanagaraste. And if you worship Shri Sachinandan Gaurahari, then Krishna is close to you. Naraditam Naradhyusutana Kavira Krishna. So if you don't worship the son of Vijasuta, Vijasuta means son of Jagannath Mishra, then Krishna is very far from us. So that's why Navadvip Parikrama assumes even more importance in this perspective, because in Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga Jiver Aparad Asankhe Apar. So Gaura Nama Vinatar Naika Uddhar. In Kali Yuga, the Jiva commit innumerable offenses. So therefore, without chanting the Gauranam, they will not be delivered. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he started this Navadvip Parikrama. It was done before by Jiva Goswami in the company of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. So it's a very ancient Parikrama, and Srila Gurudev, Navadvipa Parikrama Yeneva Rakshita Sada, Dinam Pratidhyayave Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. And what did Srila Bhakti Pradhan Keshav Goswami Maharaj do? He protected this Parikrama. And that's why this Parikrama is still going on. And Srila Gurudev used to invite us for this Navadvip Parikrama. He used to come that Mahaprabhu is very, very merciful. He is more merciful than Krishna. Krishna naam kare aparadhar vichar, naam leke aparadhir na vikar. Bahu janma karyadi shravana kirtana tabutana paye Krishna pade premadana. Chaitanya Nityanandana ye sab vichar, naam leke premadana bhaye akshudhan. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's holy name doesn't consider any offenses. While Krishna naam will consider the offenses. Krishna's dham will consider the offenses. So that's why Srila Gurudev used to say that if you come to Navadvip Parikrama and can call out Ha Nitai, Ha Gaura, please shower mercy on this offender, they will immediately forgive the offenses. But you can see here how dangerous is aparadh. Therefore, if a person does not experience the results of the holy name, he is to be understood that he must have committed aparadh. This should not be doubted even slightly. If someone does not experience the fruit of the holy name and did not intentionally commit an offense, he is to understand that he must have unintentionally committed an offense, ajnat aparadh. Sometimes it happens that unknowingly, like Khanji Krishnadas. Khanji Krishnadas was a lame devotee, and Rupa Goswami was chanting the holy name, and he was seeing some funny pastimes of Radha Krishna, and then he smiled. He laughed actually, and Khanji Krishnadas, a lame Vaishnava, he took an offense. And as a result, Rupa Goswami's meditation broke. So then when he pacified Khanji Krishnadas, then only his meditation could resume. So some Vaishnava like Rupa Goswami, if he can also be affected by Adhyat Aparadh, what to speak of small mosquito like myself, Even a stalwart Vaishnava like Rupa Goswami, he also had to, pacify the Vaishnava who he had unknowingly offended. Unintentionally offended. Means he didn't laugh at that lame Vaishnava's walking style or his crippled movement. No. But he unknowingly laughed because he was observing Radha Krishna's pastimes. But that Vaishnava took an offense. So you see that how dangerous the Vaishnava Aparad is. It was not at all a Vaishnava Aparad on the part of Rupa Goswami. It was a semblance of Vaishnava Aparad. But as a result, he experienced problem. Huh? So to stay out of problem, we should be very careful. A person may engage in much Nama Sankirtan, but if he does not manifest the signs of prema or symptoms of spiritual ecstasy, Sattvic Vikar, it is to be understood that he has not attained the fruit of chanting. For example, a lot of people may tell that, oh, you have to lose weight, you take this medicine. So many people tell me also, Maharaj, you have to reduce, doctor also told me, you have to reduce 5 kilos. But how will I be able to reduce the weight if I cannot control my diet? Understand? So it means that I have to, the doctor told that you have to eat 12 hours gap. It means morning 7 o'clock if you take breakfast, then evening 7 o'clock you can eat something. So 12-hour gap should be forcibly given daily. But very difficult to maintain that gap. So the point I'm making is that the doctor's medicine will work only if you follow the dietary regulations. Taking medicine is not just enough. Like they are chanting Hare Krishna mantra. But also we have to follow the rules and regulations that don't criticize any Vaishnava. Don't offend any Vaishnava. This is also very, very important. So positive engagement is chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. But the negative regulation is that don't criticize anyone. So there are do's and there are don'ts. And unless we follow them, we will not advance in bhakti. So Srimad Bhagavatam says 2.3.24 that Ashmasaram Rudayam Bate. Ashma is actually one particular stone, a piece of rock. Now in India there are many types of rocks. There are some soft rocks and there are sometimes very hard rock like granites. And also, so that person's heart has become like stone, pashana. Another word for ashma is pashana. Pashupakhi jure pashana vidare sunijara gunagata. Pashupakhi jure pashana vidare sunijara gunagata. If you hear the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, there even the stone like heart will melt. Now this is not actually some fictional account. We have seen rocks also melting. In Alalnath, you see Mahaprabhu offered obeisances in front of the deity of Alalnath, and the rock also melted there because he was not seeing four-arm Narayan. He was seeing two-arm Krishna there. Gopinam Pashupendra Nandanjusho Bhavasa Kastyam Kriti Vijnatum Shamate Durha Padavim Sancharana Prakriya Avishkuravati Vaishnava Tasmin Bhuja Jishnuvi Yasa Manta Chaturveda Ruchim Rabodem Kunchati. Gopis, they don't like to see the four-arm form of Krishna. Even if they see the four-arm form of Krishna, they will ask the four-arm form of Krishna that where is our two-armed Krishna? They have attraction only for the two-armed Krishna. So Mahaprabhu also, although he used to see the Alalnath or Alvarnath deity four-armed, he used to think that this is not Krishna only. Who has become four-armed just to cheat me. Some spurti like that used to come to Mahaprabhu's heart. And that's why the stones used to melt. When he used to offer Dandat Pranam, the stones have melted there. But even the stones melted by the mercy of Mahaprabhu, but my heart is even harder than the stone. What is harder than the stone? Then there is diamond. My heart is more hard than diamond, which is the hardest substance in the world is diamond. Yad Guriya Mane Hari Nama Dhyaye. Hari Nama Dhyaye means the holy name of Hari. Na vikriyata yada vikaro. If there is no transformation is happening in the heart. What is the transformation of the heart? Heart will melt, tears will start coming from the eyes, horripilation will take place, hair will stand on the end, and no bodily transformation is coming. The tears are not coming in the eyes. The bliss is not manifesting in the system. Then we should know that that heart is harder than thunderbolt. So Srila Vishwanath Thakur writes in his Sarartha Darshini commentary on this verse that if a person does not experience bhakti transforming his heart even after continually chanting Harinam, then his heart is extremely hard like iron. In other words, despite a person's constant chanting of the holy name, external transformations do not manifest, such as tears flowing from his eyes or horripilation, and his heart does not melt. All such signs are indicative of Namaprad. Mere tears and horripilation, however, may not be indicative of a melted heart either. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu states that tears and horripilation and so on can also be seen to manifest in those who are wily and adept at exhibiting these symptoms, even though they do not possess a semblance of ecstasy. So basically, you'll see that many times people fake the tears. That's called the very clever people. They may fake the tears. So some people have very soft hearted, so tears will come in their eyes anyways. But not tears are actually. So actually, wily. The word wily actually means clever at getting what you want. So such wily person, he actually this word has actually a negative connotation. It's a pretender. It means a pretender. We can pretend to have tears. Like Srila Gurudev was giving an example that many times in Mumbai, some rich man's relative has died. So then they invite some persons to cry. And louder you cry, more payment they will give to you. So they fake crying, tears with the eyes and everything. And in the movies also you see that they'll put some type of chemical in the eyes and the tears will come in the eyes. So that's why you'll see that people are crying, but actually it's not real tears. They are crocodile tears, as they call it. Crocodile, apparently, is always tears are coming from the eyes of the crocodile. Crocodile lives in the water. So somehow the biology, the anatomy of the crocodile is such that always tears are coming from the crocodile's eyes. But those are not real tears. So real tears are like Rupa Goswami or Raghunatha Goswami. Their tears are Akram Devana Gudura Vilapami Padde. They are crying for the mercy of Radharani and their tears are extremely genuine. So there are tears also two types. There are fake tears and there are genuine tears. On the other hand, although the heart of great realized souls who are naturally grave, males, when they chant Harinam, they may not be seen to suddenly display tears and horripilation. So like that, Rupa Goswami's story, we know that he was not, when Raghunath Das Goswami was speaking Harikatha, no bodily transformation was seen in Rupa Goswami. No bodily transformation was seen in his system. So everyone was wondering that what is happening, why Rupa Goswami is not exhibiting these bodily transformations. But then all of a sudden, someone placed his hand underneath the nostril of Rupa Goswami, and then there was a boil manifested on his hand. Some people say that they put a cotton and the cotton caught fire. Some people say that a dry leaf fell from a tree on the body of Rupa Goswami and suddenly it caught fire. Means there was so much separation mood in the heart of Sri Rupa Goswami. So what is this separation mood actually? So this separation mood is called Vipralamba. So like Radharani, in separation of Krishna, what she experiences, the mood that she experiences is called Vipralambaras. And there is elaborate description of Radharani's Viraha in, especially in Uddhava Gita. Uddhava Gita, Radharani is Chitra Jalpa, Sanjalpa, Ujjalpa, and how she is speaking to the bumblebee in separation of Krishna. Madhupakitava Bandho, Mas Prashangri Sapatnya, Kuchamillita Mala, Kunkumas Masur Verna, Vati Madhupatistan, Maninam Prasadam, Yedu Sadasi Vidantam, Yasatutasta Mitro. How she is speaking to the bumblebee. Divi Bhuja Rasaya, Kastriyata Durapa, Kapata Vichiri. So when devotee meditates this mood of Radharani in separation of Krishna, then due to that Mathur Viraha, experience of by meditating on the separation mood of Radharani, which is very tragic, the tears also start coming in the eyes of the devotee. And that is called Vipralamba Bhajan. Means those who sympathize with Radharani and become Tadatma with Radharani, that they start experiencing the same distress which Radharani is experiencing in separation of Krishna, then that is actually tears start coming in their eyes. That is the reason that experiencing separation means what a pure devotee is experiencing, what Nanda Maharaj is experiencing, what Yashoda Maya is experiencing. When we become tadatma with their moods, then tears also come in our eyes. That is what is actually Radha Bhakti all about. Raganuga Bhakti means it is the Bhakti done in the guidance of Ragatmika Chan, in the Anugatya and keeping their role model. So it means that I cannot become Radha, I cannot become Lalita, Vishakha or Nanda, Yashoda, but I will follow in their footsteps. Hmm. I will try to acquire the moods like them, following in their footsteps. And then when we chant the holy name, tears come in the eyes. And that is due to their mercy. And that is actually so it is an elevated state. The heart becomes soft and its tears starts coming in the eyes. But they are not imitation tears, they are not crocodile tears, they are real tears. Therefore, from this verse, it is to be understood that if the heart does not actually melt upon uttering Harinam, it is as hard as iron, even if externally transformations such as tears and hallucinations are visible. So heart has to melt. The real thing is that tears may be external, hallucination may be external, but unless the heart has melted, it is the transaction of the heart. So in our bhakti line, everything is about the heart. So like Gurudev talks about the heart of Yashoda. Yashoda is rebuking Krishna, but that is bhakti. But someone, Duryodhana is offering sweetmeats to Krishna, inviting him and giving him a great welcome and hospitality, but that is not bhakti. Because the heart of Duryodhana has not melted, but Yashoda's heart has melted. Vidurani's heart has melted. Vidura's wife, Vidurani, she is not offering Krishna anything useful. She's actually offering Krishna which is worthy of discarding, like the banana peels. But Krishna is happily eating the banana peels and he is relishing the banana peels also. And he's also telling Vidur, don't disturb Vidurani because she is absorbed in ecstasy of feeding me. So don't tell her that she is feeding me banana skins, which are should be shunned and discarded. But then she comes to consciousness and she begins to feed actual bananas to Krishna. But Krishna says that these bananas are not as tasty as the skins of bananas she was feeding me before, because she was giving me out of pure love and affection. So there are innumerable devotees like Prahlad and Bhishma, and their heart has really melted. Hanuman, his heart has melted in their object of worship. Everyone has a different object of worship, but they have achieved perfection in the worship of that particular deity. And without heart melting, the tears, if they come, they are crocodile tears or they are fake tears. So when a devotee's heart melts with devotional sentiment, bhakti bhav and external symptoms manifest, such as the shedding of tears and horripilation. It is called sattvic vikar, ecstatic transformation. These are the ordinary symptoms of a transformation of heart. However, there are other extraordinary symptoms. Number one is forbearance. So now this is Srila Gurudev is explaining what qualities manifest when the heart has melted. And then he is explaining extraordinary symptoms whose heart has melted. And now he is quoting from this verse, Shantir Avyartha Karatvam Viraktir Manashunyata Asha Bande Samuktantha Nama Gane Sadaruchi Asaktistar Gunakhyane Pritisar Vasati Sthale Ityade Anabhavasur Jata Bhavan Gurujane. So number one quality that manifests within the heart is Shanti, forbearance. Number two, effective use of one's time, Avyartha Karatvam. Actually, the least understood commodity is actually time. Time is more than money. Srila Gurudev always used to say that if you lose money, you can make it again. Stock market may crash, and you can make money again. There are innumerable examples where people have lost money on stock market and they again won that money. Someone may lost money, business was a failure, but later on the business picked up and that person made a handsome profit and he became a rich person. But time is gone, it never comes back. So Gurudev also used to say that don't waste my time. I have come sacrificing my bhajan. I have come to your country, America, Europe, China. I have come to Hong Kong, but don't waste my time. Here the Harikatha I am telling very attentively, because I used to chant, Gurudev used to say, I used to chant 2 or 3 lakh Harinam every day, at least 1 lakh. But since I have come out for preaching, I am giving so much my time to devotees. So I'm not able to chant as much. So Gurudev said, my time is very valuable. And that is true. Everyone's time is very valuable because the death will not prolong even by 1 hour, 1 moment also. If the Yamadutas are coming, or how can you tell them that please go away? I'm little busy right now. Maybe give me 1 more year. My daughter's marriage is pending, or my son's marriage is pending. You cannot tell like that. They will not listen also. The third quality that will manifest is indifference to the allurements of this world, virakti. So many times, like Raghunath Das Goswami, he's a perfect example of indifference. He had a wife, not that he was not married. He had a very beautiful wife. She was Miss Universe, more than Miss Universe. Very charming, beautiful teenage girl was his wife. It is really very difficult to give up attachment to a woman who's that beautiful at such a young age. But when he developed pure devotion of Krishna, and he came on a very elevated platform, that he abandoned his wife and he came to the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and entered into the renounced order of life. So then another thing is that mana shunyata, the absence of pride. Like I have seen Srila Gurudev and many Vaishnavas like Srila Dandi Maharaj, Sri Aniruddha Prabhuji also, I have seen them, that they are actually down to earth. Yeah, they are very, very humble. Srila Bhakti Gyan Bharati Gosai Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Balatirtha Gosai Maharaj, and all these Vaishnavas, Bhakti Kamal Govinda Gosai Maharaj, all these Vaishnavas I have seen, Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Gosai Maharaj, so many elevated Vaishnavas I have met in my life, and so many of them, they are actually very free from any pride. Number 5, the steadfast conviction that Krishna will surely bestow his mercy, Asha Bandha. So we should have a firm conviction that Krishna will bestow his mercy, Asha Bandha. Number 6 is intense longing to obtain one's goal, Samutkantha. One should have intense longing. Number 7, an unceasing relish for chanting the holy name, Nama Gane Sada Ruchi. One should have a taste for the holy name. Actually, in Padyavali, there was one verse, and that verse apparently says that this holy name is the festival for the tongue. So sweet, it's a festival for the tongue. Namani te skurtinam tanmanti tondotsavam dhamani pratayanti hantajarada shamani nitranjanam samani satishashkalim marulikam jatannalam kurvate kamani vritachetasa mashapi nashobhate. So, and also it is told that Aswadha Pramada Radachadamiva Shraddham Navam Jalpitam Balaya Drishyam Uttavatu Ravana Lakshmi Diva O Gosham Chira Viprayukta Vrita Sandeshavani Yome Neviddam Charitam Jarupamanisham Shri Krishna Namastami. So such examples are given that how one should relish the holy name of Krishna. As if some message has come from our beloved, then we tell our friend to read that message from the beloved, and we want to hear that message again and again. That is how we should relish the chanting of the holy name. And holy name becomes very relishable for a person who has come to the stage of Bhavavastha, elevated consciousness. He cannot stop chanting. Tunde Tande Viglatum Vitanate Tunda Viligapte, Karna Kruda Kadamini Gate, Karna Vijayaspraha, Cheto Prangana Sangini Vijayate, Sarvendriyanam Kruti, no Jani Janita, Chet Virambrate Krishna Varnadvai. One who starts chanting the holy name, what happens that when he develops the relish, he feels that one tongue is not enough. I should have hundreds of tongues. One mouth is not enough. I should have hundreds of mouths. One body is not enough. I should have hundreds of bodies. Two ears are not sufficient. I should have hundreds of ears, thousands of ears to hear the holy name. Sakhe kya bashunaila shamanam tanera vitare kiya hridaya pashila akula korila mura prana sakhe ke bashunailo shamanam. This holy name will enter the ears and it will melt the heart. So, number 8 is attachment to hearing narrations of Bhagavan's qualities. Asaktista gunakhyani. One should hear Bhagavan's qualities. What qualities Bhagavan has? What are the qualities Bhagavan has? Oh, there are so many qualities. Akhila Guna Nilaya. He has unlimited qualities are there. What is the greatest quality of Bhagavan? Bhakta Vatsalya. Um, that's why devotees always want to hear for these pastimes of Prahlad. How Bhagavan protected Prahlad, and how he protected Draupadi. How he protected the big elephant who was trapped in the mouth of a crocodile, and he was about to drown. Ya Draupadi Paritrani Ya Gajendrasya Mokshai Mayarde Karuna Murte Satvarata Datahare. Bhagavan hurriedly went, right, to protect the Gajendra. Didn't he hurriedly go to protect Draupadi? Oh, certainly he went. So we want to hear these qualities of Bhagavan. Bhagavan Bhakta Vatsal, he is Dina Bandhu. Poorest of the poor person also worships Bhagavan. Then Bhagavan says, Tulasi dalam matrena jalasya chulukena va vikritam samatmanam bhakta vatsala. Now, I don't know any rich person. I know many rich persons actually in India and America also. Many rich persons I know. But I don't know any rich person like Krishna who's satisfied with very simple offering. Little water and one tulsi leaf, and that's the reason I am yours. Who can be that merciful? Aho bakiyam nuskalakalakutam jigham sayapayadapiya sadvi lebe gatim dharti uchitam tatanya Dayalum Sharanam Brajena. A Putana. She applied dangerous poison to her breast. But what Krishna did? He sucked the poison, delivered her, liberated her. Where she went? She went straight to Golok, even beyond Vaikuntha planet. So easily. It is so difficult to go to Vaikuntha. Even forget about Golok Vrindavan. Even Vaikuntha, I find it very difficult to go. But Putana, immediately she was liberated. Even with the negative mood, even with the opposing mood, she was sent to Vaikuntha, beyond Vaikuntha. So how glorious is Krishna, how merciful he is. That's why attraction to the places where Bhagavan resides. Priti Sadvasvila. We should really meditate on Mathura. Now I know that some of you are in Hong Kong, some are in Durban, some of you are in Johannesburg, and some of you are in Germany and America, wherever you are. But don't think that you are in Hong Kong. You should think that I am in Mathura. I am in KCG Gaudiya Math. I am in Rupsradhan Gaudiya Math. I am in holy places. I am in Shri Radha Damodar Gaudiya Math in Chakratirtha, where Srila Gurudev Bhajan place. Like this. We should always meditate on these holy places, especially Vrindavan. Na yoga siddhir mamastu moksho na vaikuntha loke pinapachadattvam prema pinasyaditaratram tu mamastu vrindavana eva vasa. So we want to live only in Vrindavan. We don't want to live in any other place. So as soon as devotees who are devoid of aparadha engage in Nama Sankirtan, they realize the power of the holy name within their heart and become immersed in relishing Srinam. So only qualification is you should be free from aparadha. Then the power of the holy name you'll realize. Vepante duritani moha mahima sammohamalambate satankam nagaranjanim kalayati Chitragupta kruti. Oh, Chitragupta, who has written so many sins in the account of a person, he will strike off all those sins when he chants loudly the holy name. Pante duritani, all his sins began to tremble. Pante duritani moha mahima. The bewilderment, infatuation itself becomes infatuated and bewildered. Sanandam madhu parka samvrta vidhav vedha karotyuddamam. And Brahma will be ready, the architect, for performing the arati to that person. So, how glorious is the holy name of Krishna? Sammohamalambate satankam nakaranjanim kalete Shishiragupta kruti sanandam madhu parka samvrta vedo veda karotyuddamam vaktum nami taveshwaragashite brumatki manyantaram. What to speak of the glories of the holy name? That person who chants the holy name, Aho Batashvapachato Gariyan Yajivagre Vardate Namatubhyam Te Pustapaste Juhudur Sasarya Brahmanujur Namandranti. Actually, Gurudev gives an example that he said the Western devotees, the devotees from outside India, they were not accustomed to vegetarian food before. They were eating other, non-vegetarian foodstuffs, before they joined Krishna consciousness. But after they joined Krishna consciousness, the power of the holy name and the benefit of the association of pure devotees that they received, their hearts completely transformed. And now they are becoming exalted devotees. This is the power of the holy name. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj also exhibited in his preaching, he met innumerable devotees who were not taking pure food. They were having impure foodstuffs, which are, products of violence. But once they became Krishna conscious, they abandoned once and for all these abominable foodstuffs, and they became Krishna conscious, and then they developed ecstatic symptoms of bhakti started manifesting in them. So this is the power of the holy name. That the holy name can purify a person. Uh, so these days, actually, India is also people are not vegetarian anymore. Previously, India, a lot of people were vegetarian, but now practically, even in a holy place like Tirupati, I see that on Sunday there is practically so many goats are sacrificed, are cut, and so many chickens are cut and they return. So people are not aware that if they eat these goats and they eat the chicken, they have to become chicken and goat in the next lifetime. Indians are not aware. Although born in this holy land, they are committing violence to other living entities. Understand? So, but if they take up this process of Krishna consciousness, slowly, they will lose the taste for these products of violence, and they will rise. The power of the holy name is very powerful. So, those who are offensive and jealous of the prosperity of others may utter the holy name a lot, but because the name is displeased with them, their heart does not melt with devotional sentiment. There are some people who are offensive and they are jealous of the prosperity of others. So they may utter the holy name. Actually, there should be no need of jealousy. And one should not be offensive. Why one should be jealous? Suppose someone has many disciples. Some person is very rich, much richer than myself. Someone has more clothes. Someone has a more beautiful wife. Someone has more educated children. Someone has better daughter-in-law. What? How does it matter to me? Because if you really focus on Krishna, and if you think that my son is Krishna, then who can be better than Krishna? If you think that my daughter-in-law is Radharani, like in Braj, they think no one thinks that Radharani is Ma. Like one time one Pandit told in front of Gurudev that we say Radha Mata Rani. We call Radharani Mata Rani, mother, twin mother. Then Gurudev said that in Braj, no one has this mood, Mata Rani. No one will call Radharani Mata Rani. They will call her my daughter. Like if someone is in the mood of Vrishabhanu Maharaj or Kirtan, they will call, oh, Radharani is like my daughter. Like the people of Barsana, they think Radharani is like my daughter. Then there are some people, they are on Nandagaon, they think that Radharani is like Krishna's beloved. Krishna is a sweetheart, like this. And some may think that Radharani is my Swamini, Rupanuga Vaishnavas. I want to serve Radharani under the guidance of Lalita Sakhi. So, but no one will think she is the mother. But so if we accept the lotus feet of Radha Krishna, then what is remaining for you? Even the wealth of the Swarga is also very puny and insignificant if you have the lotus feet of Radha Krishna in your heart. But because the name is displeased with them, their heart does not melt with devotional sentiment. Even though they may exhibit external symptoms such as tears and horripilation, their heart is actually hard like iron. Externally, they may exhibit tears and horripilation. Their heart is actually hard like iron. Therefore, this verse reproaches them. However, the heart of such people can be melted and the hardness removed by the power of receiving the association of saints who inspire them to perpetually chant the holy name. So heart will melt when and hardness can be removed when we associate with the saintly persons who inspire them to perpetually chant the holy name. So saintly persons will always chant the holy names. Namaprab makes one consider that which is transcendental to be material. तथा ही नामापराध प्रसंग एव ईते अपराध विप्रेन्द्र नाम भगवता कृतः विनिघ्नन्ति नृणां कृत्यं प्रकृतं प्राकृतं हि आनयन्ति. In Sanskrit, we'll read straight English. In regard to offenses to the holy name, it is stated, O best of the Brahmanas, what sort of offenses to the holy name of the Lord completely destroy human beings, spiritual merit, sukruti, and spiritual practices, sadhan, and give him a mundane perception of transcendental objects. So, some offenses are so dangerous that they will destroy all the sukruti. Whatever sukruti has accumulated, that sukruti will be destroyed because of offenses. And then you start thinking that these even transcendental objects are material objects, like tulsi plant. Many people, they because of their offenses, they cannot understand the importance of tulsi plant, and they commit so many offenses to tulsi. In India, we see that many people don't know the glories of tulsi. They pluck too many leaves from tulsi. Sometimes they are stepping on tulsi leaves. But Shiva Dandi Maharaj, whenever he goes to Indian temples, he picks all the tulsi leaves from the ground. So no one should step on it. But many times I see in even temple of Venkateswara Swami in Tirupati, or especially there are some temples at the base of the Tirumala hill, and there are so many tulsi leaves are lying scattered here and there. But tulsi plant is not ordinary plant. Like Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada using the terminology, breaking Shaligram Shila, using the Shaligram Shila to break the betel nut. Betel nut. So they don't understand the significance of the Shaligram Shila. Shaligram Shila is Sakshat Krishna. They don't understand this because of the offenses. The names, forms, qualities, and pastimes of Sri Bhagavan can immediately bestow prema. If you chant the name of Krishna, prema must come. If you meditate on the form of Krishna, prema may come. If you remember the qualities of Krishna, prema will come. If you remember the pastimes of Krishna, prema will come. But what offenses cause them to not bestow that fruit, even though someone may have performed Shravana and Kirtan for a long time? So Rupa Goswami has given us the gist of all the Vedic scriptures. Nama Rupa Charitadi Sakirtananu Smrutyo Kramena Rasana Manasi Nivajya Tishtan Vrajata Anuragi Jananu Dami Kalam Nai Akhilam Iti Upadesha Saram. So Krishna's name, form, qualities and pastimes we should meditate. Mentally or physically we should stay in Vrindavan. If possible physically or mentally. This is the essence of all the scriptures. But if anyone is doing all these things, staying in Braja, he's chanting the names, forms, qualities and pastimes of Sri Krishna, but if he is for a long time, but if the tears are not coming in his eyes, the prema is not manifesting, this is due to aparadha. The holy abodes associated with Bhagavan also immediately bestow perfection. So dinam ekam nivasena haro bhakti prajayate. The scriptures say that if you stay in Braj even for one day, Krishna bhakti will come. Muktir Govinda Bhaktir Vitrachaturam Sachidananda Rupam Yasyam Vidya Yugalam Udayate Tarakam Parakam Cha Krishna Sapatti Lila Khanira Parajagan Maudi Ratna Sasatya Vaikunthatya Pratyati Patala Matra Mangalanam Kalapam. So if you stay in Vrindavan, especially Mathura Mandal or Vrindavan Dham, then Mukti will manifest before you. Bhakti will also manifest. All the perfections will manifest. So many glories of the holy name are described in the scriptures. But if, despite residing in the holy abode of Vrindavan, or Mayapur, or Navadvip, or Jagannath Puri, if prema is not coming, then we should know that there is also some offense out there. Furthermore, items such as ghee, milk, and betel nut that have been offered to Bhagavan immediately check the waves of the enjoying proclivity of the material senses. What happens? We really want to enjoy. We really want to enjoy the material senses. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur has told that Swaprasadam Milo Bhai, Sayyadnamrita Pav Radha Krishna Gunaga, Preme Dakho Shi Chaitanita, Sharira Visyajal, Jadendriya Tahe Kal. Actually, these dull senses, they are virtually dead. Just like how you catch a fish. Generally, you offer some bait, like some earthworms or some flesh or something, and you tie it to the hook, and you can easily actually catch fish like that. So our senses are our virtual death. But despite these senses being so dangerous, what Bhagwan did, he gave us very tasty Mahaprasad. And when we get this tasty Mahaprasad, we forget, we are able to overcome the urges of our senses. Urges of our senses can be controlled. But we have a natural propensity. Like before coming to Krishna consciousness, I remember onion, garlic, carrots, sometimes even eggs. They are very palatable for us. But then when we came to Krishna consciousness, oh, egg, no, it stinks. Oh, onion garlic stinks. Carrot, no taste. No, better I get Mahaprasad. Any simple Mahaprasad, even chapati. I remember when I was at Ranganath Gaudiya and Shripa Danti Maharaj, he used to purchase red rice because he said more iron is there, more minerals are there, unpolished red rice. And then some spinach sabji, very simple prasadam. Used to offer to Thakurji, and happily Maharaj used to sit next to me and then other devotees. And we used to honor that 2 times a day, morning and afternoon. We used to get prasadam in 2005 or 2006, I remember. And that is how our Krishna consciousness started. So slowly, so the point is that even it was very simple prasadam, it was very palatable. And then other hankerings were not coming. But I remember one time I was in America working for some company, and they used to take us to some Chinese hotel where there was so many varieties. They call it dim sum or something, hundreds of Chinese foodstuffs. And but that is all not required. Very simple foodstuffs, whatever cooked with love and affection, some rice and some sabji or soup, vegetarian soup. So that is also fine. That is also fine. But it should be offered to Lord Krishna, and it should be product of non-violence. So that is all. Violence is there. Obviously, violence is there. Even if you eat grains, violence is there. So Shastra says that annam vishtha jalam mutram. The food stuff that is not offered to Krishna is like stool. The water that is not offered to Krishna is like urine. So these food stuffs, they check our sense gratification. This Mahaprasadam. So Mahaprasad is actually mercy. This is a special mercy of Lord Krishna. So here the author raises another doubt. The scriptures state that activities such as hearing and chanting about the names, forms, qualities and pastimes of Bhagavan will be that all this perfection, and that the food remnants of Bhagavan are transcendental. There is abundant evidence for such statements. Yet even after hearing about and glorifying the names and qualities of Bhagavan for a long time, we do not receive prema. Even after residing in a holy place for an extended period, we do not attain perfection or the fulfillment of our most cherished desire. And even after offering of foodstuffs to Sri Bhagavan, we have no realization of the transcendental nature of prasada. What offense causes people to not receive the fruit of these activities? And if these statements are true, that Bhagavan's names, one's residence in holy places and honoring Bhagavan's names do not give their fruit due to aparad, then what need is there for aparadis to engage in the activities of bhajan, such as hearing and chanting? It will not be possible for them to perform the other limbs of bhakti also, such as taking shelter at the lotus feet of spiritual master, Guru Padashray. After raising this point, Srila Vishwanath Thakur himself reconciles it by affirming that hearing and chanting Bhagavan's names, residing in holy places, and accepting Bhagavad Prasad are never fruitless. They always have the ability to bestow their respective results. Why then do they not manifest their potency? In response, he then explains that it has already been stated that for those free from aparad, there are only 2 steps to attain Bhagavan: chanting the holy name and ascending to Vaikuntha. But persons free from aparad are rarely found in this world. It is also due to offenses that this body has been created. Therefore, everyone has committed aparad to some degree or other, either in a previous birth or recently. Accordingly, the 9 stages are mentioned from Shraddha to the attainment of Prema follow a logical sequence. The revered author clarifies this point with an example. So if you are not committed in an offense, there are only 2 steps. First step, chant the holy name, go climb an airplane or back of a Garuda and go to Vaikuntha. That's it. Means chanting the holy name is your visa passport ticket, and you you just fly to Vaikuntha. That's it. Simple. But there are actually offenses. So these offenses, Namaparad, Sivaparad, Dhammaparad, so all these offenses, Vaishnavarad, and due to these offenses, to some degree, in this lifetime or past lifetime, we don't develop any prema. So there are 9 stages there to the attainment of prema for those who have committed offenses. In relation to the description of offenses to the holy name, the following verse has been quoted. Kete aparadha viprendra namno bhagavatah krita vinibhananti nrinam krityam prakrutam hi anayanti. O best of the twice born, what offenses to the holy name of Shri Bhagavan destroy all of person's accumulated spiritual merits and practices and cause him to consider transcendental objects to be material. So actually, due to some offenses, the transcendental objects start appearing material. Now, Rupa Goswami in his Upadeshamrut explains this aparadha. He says that Shat Krishna Nama Charitati Vidya Pittopataksarasana Rochikana Kintwadrat Amdinam Khaduse Vajishta Sadhi Bhoti Kramat Tatvajam. We have actually aversion for chanting the holy name. We don't like to chant the holy name. Like we used to say in America, we said to tell people chant, 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 and they say can't. You can't chant. We don't want to say Hare Krishna. So they have aversion because of their sins or because of their aparats. So despite the holy name being so tasty, if somebody is having jaundice, then he will find sugar candy very bitter. So those who have offensive mentality or those who have offensive past or will not develop the sweet holy name. The holy name will appear very bitter. But then Sri Rupa Goswami says that yes, even if you are offensive or sinful, no harm, keep on chanting that holy name. Just like the cure for jaundice is sugar candy. So even if sugar candy appears very bitter to you, you keep on taking sugar candy, that disease will be cured. So like that, you keep on chanting the holy name, and then automatically that offenses will go away. Nama paradiptanam, nama neva haranteram. Obviously, if you offended some Vaishnavas or the holy dham, ask forgiveness from the Vaishnavas and that dham, and keep on chanting the holy name. So holy name will be merciful to you. When you ask forgiveness from Vaishnavas, holy name will say, okay, this person has asked forgiveness, he is no more offending Vaishnavas, so holy name will also melt, heart of the Nama Prabhu will melt, and Nama Prabhu will show the full power. But that will not happen unless you have asked forgiveness from the Vaishnavas you are offended. So always we have to be very big and humble before Vaishnavas, always ask their forgiveness, always offer them obeisances, always show pleasure when we see the Vaishnavas, always try to render some service to the Vaishnavas, never commit any harm to them, never hurt them, because they are very dear to Krishna. So without prema, one can never be confined within anyone's heart. The result of simply desiring to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, in which there are descriptions of Shri Hari's qualities, names, and so on, is the awakening of prema. So Bhagavatam says that Srimad Bhagavatam says, Tatyo Hridaya Varudhate Atra Kurtivi Shishro Vishat Chana. Shri Hari is immediately bound within the heart of pious souls who desire to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. No need to hear Bhagavatam. Just you say, I want to attend Bhagavatam class of Srila Gurudev Shupatandi Maharaj, Chandra Prabhuji. That's sufficient. Krishna Prem will immediately manifest in your heart. So, in Purana also the glories of the Vrindavani explained. Aho Madhupuri Dhanya Vaikuntha Chadariyasi Dinameka Nivasena Haro Bhakti Prajayate. Vayu Purana and Padma Purana. Aho, the abode of Mathura is supremely blessed and even more glorious than Vaikuntha. For by residing there for only one day, a person attains bhakti to the Supreme Lord. So, there is the power of the abode of Sri Krishna. Similarly, the glories of foodstuffs offered to the Lord, Mahaprasad, are also unprecedented. The Venerable Shuddhav said to Shri Krishna, Topa Bhukta Sraddhandha Vaso Alankara Charjitaha Uchishta Bhojino Dasas Tava Maya. O Lord, we decorate ourselves with the garment, dress, cloth, or ornaments worn by you. Since we are your servants and subsist on your remnants, we will certainly conquer your illusory energy, Maya. So despite engaging in activities that are supremely capable of bestowing prema, repeatedly hearing about and glorifying Bhagavan's names, forms, qualities, and pastimes, residing in the dham for a long time and honoring Mahaprasad for many days, one's anarthas headed by aparad only increase. Prema does not develop. As a result, one views these transcendental objects with a mundane conception. Namaprad is such a great obstacle in one's bhajan that one trembles in fear, asks with alarm, what are those offenses to the holy name? Every sadhaka should thoroughly understand these offenses and with utmost attention stop committing them and thus progress on the path of bhajan. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here today. I thank you from the core of my heart that you attended this class. And because these are actually important classes. Because these are very serious matters. Really, I mean, there's only one obstacle to bhakti, and that is aparadha, weakness of heart. And aparadha causes such havoc in one's life. So every step there is a danger. But if you follow these instructions given by Srila Gurudeva and Srila Vishwanath Thakur Pad in this book, then I'm sure that one will be able to chant this holy name offenselessly. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarvesya kripa sindhu chatardana pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. And if you have any comments or questions, you can forward to our WhatsApp group or Telegram group, and I will try to answer them next time. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I will give Jatari now. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandhar Gita Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Giridhari Ji Ki Jai Janitala Prashta Jai Guru Shri Shri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Gurudev Ki Jai Nitala Prashtam Vishnupa Shri Shri Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nitala Prashtam Vishnupa Shri Shri Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nitala Prashtam Vishnupa Shri Shri Guruvanda Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nitala Prashtam Vishnupa Shri Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Ki Jai आचार्य के श्री श्री श्रीमद भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय सपरिकर जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद शिव अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपी भगवत बाल जमुनात्मक कृष्ण मंडल की जय गंगा यमुना तुलसी भक्ति देवी की जय गंगा यमुना तुलसी भक्ति देवी की जय श्री जगन्नाथ प्रदेश भद्रा शिव की जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशन भक्ति विघ्न विनाशन नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय भक्त प्रभु प्रहलाद महाराज की जय चारों संप्रदाय की जय चारों आचार्य की जय चारों धामों की जय आकर मटराज मठ की केशव जी गौड़ी मठ की जय रूपसनाथ गौड़ी मठ की जय श्रृंगनाथ गौड़ी मठ की जय श्री राधा रमन मंदिर की जय नाम संकीर्तन की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय त्रिंडी स्वामी शिष्य भक्तिदांत दंडी महाराज जी की जय नामिष्ट संतोष दास प्रभु की जय बटे से वृंद की जय धामासी भक्त वृंद की जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय पिता गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि. नो थैंक आई मस्ट थैंक ऑल ऑफ यू because this book is an important book and I would not read it so carefully unless I was giving classes. Because sometimes we don't understand the importance of the literature what Srila Gurudev left for us. We don't even read books, but it is very, very important that we read these books, discuss this book, and try to understand their meanings and try to implement those teachings in our life. That will ensure that we make progress in bhakti. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.